You know, if you've been involved in a wreck, you know what happens next in today's version of it. You know, you get inundated. You're getting not only, it used to just be mailers. People would call me and say, Matt, oh my gosh, I was in a wreck. And if you could see all the mail sitting on my kitchen table, I'd be like, no, I can imagine what it's like. I got, dozens and dozens of envelopes. And then it became texting. I'm getting texts, I'm getting phone calls. And one thing I like to tell a prospective client when they call in and tell me that they've got a stack of mail, they've got, they're getting phone calls all night long, they got texts, and I said, you don't have any of those from me. A lot of times the client says, or the prospective client says, why don't you guys do that? And what I like to tell them is, we've been fortunate enough that we don't have to. Our work speaks for itself. And I like to tell people, our relationships, basically just stem from referrals. My cases come many times from someone saying, hey, call Matt. Matt did a good job for me, or I was happy with Matt. If you're looking, I think in today's society, a lot of people think they've got to go up against the insurance company with the corporate law firm. The insurance company is a big corporate beast. I got to have a corporate law firm type to go after them, with 500 attorneys and however many paralegals. And then what I think happens in that situation is you get into the corporate lifestyle. You don't become a client, you become a number. Those firms operate on quantity, and it's an assembly line. It's a mill. It's a factory. I would like to think that none of our clients here have ever felt like they were part of an assembly line. On the healthcare side of things, you get a referral to see a specialist, and how often is it you talk to, oh, did you go see that specialist? And they come back, well, I didn't actually see the doctor. I saw a nurse's assistant, or I saw a nurse practitioner. Those bigger firms, that's what's going to happen. You might sign up with the lawyer, but whether you're actually seeing that lawyer or talking to that lawyer to the process, again, I think is a big what if. I think that's a big question mark. Whereas at our office, our paralegals are rarely talking to clients other than just picking up the phone when the phone rings. They're talking to us.